Hi everyone, welcome back to Bitcoingem channel. Let's look into Bitcoin on a weekly chart so we get a clear idea of what strength this chart is holding. So I hope you find this video valuable. There are only three levels in my opinion on weekly when I look at this chart, which are very important. The current level right now is at around 109,400 or 109,500 dollar region, which is currently the most important level. And this level was previously resistance, and now what Bitcoin is doing on the weekly, if you observe, it's trying to flip it into support. This was a resistance. So when price reached this level, you saw immense sell pressure, and that's why it saw such a big correction. And this was again a V-shaped recovery. Took some time, consolidated, and then it was a breakout, and currently it is retesting that breakout. So if you observe on the weekly chart, what Bitcoin is trying to do is trying to create base or trying to create support, which was previous resistance, 109,300, 109,400, give or take. That is the level. Observe the weekly chart, and if you look at the wicks, then there are consistent wicks below this price. So whenever price has gone below 109,400, we have seen some good buy pressure, which has lead to weekly close above 109,400. So this, in my opinion, is currently most important level. As long as price does not accept below it, there is no acceptance below this level. This is a bullish sign to me because it's a clear SR flip. Look at this. When price came to 109,400, this was the sell pressure which triggered, and Bitcoin went all the way down to 74, 75,000. And then we saw the immediate recovery, V-shaped recovery. This time the sell pressure was shallow. And then it broke out, and now it is consolidating above the resistance. So this is in no way bearish to me. If let's say we get a weekly closing below 109,400, 109,500, then I would say that, okay, this seems like a top or a deviation. And now you might say that, okay, Bitcoin is going to go below 109,400 on weekly level, or at least the local top is in. Until then, there is a chance for bulls, or the bias to be bullish makes more sense in my opinion. Whatever I'm saying is not a financial advice. This is just an educated guess. So please make your own analysis, make your own decisions. I'm just providing what I think is happening on the chart. As long as 109 level holds, I eventually see Bitcoin going to 148K. So around $148,000 is where I see Bitcoin going if we hold this 109,400 level. If at all we lose this, then yes, I see Bitcoin going all the way down to 70,000. So now these are macro levels. I don't see it happening in one day or even in 1 week. You understand this? This is a weekly chart. So I'm just giving you the next potential ranges for Bitcoin as long as supports hold. Okay, it's I always say this often, that supports are supports until proven otherwise, and so is resistance. So what Bitcoin is doing right now is only flipping the previous resistance into support, and I think we can see this very clearly on the line chart. If you observe the line chart, then this is a clear. We're looking at weekly line chart. You can see that yes, previous resistance is now holding as support. So I do not see any, reason to be bearish. Even let's say something happens in the market and Bitcoin goes below and then makes a bounce. As long as we are getting weekly close above 109,400, I don't see any reason to be bearish on Bitcoin, in my opinion. Something like this can also happen, but will it happen? I don't know. We have already seen one of the largest liquidation events 2 weeks back. So uh, as long as this stays 109,400 holds, I think we should keep things simple. No need to, overanalyze things. The trend right now is bullish. The strength is there. There is nothing bearish on the weekly time frame. Now let's look at Bitcoin on the daily chart to understand some more important levels and you can see what's happening. So when we look at Bitcoin on the daily chart, what you can see is that this is the trend. This is likely the trend for Bitcoin, and it's moving in this direction. And the trend is intact on even on the daily. There is no kind of reason to panic. And what has Bitcoin done is it's always consolidating breakout. Then you can see consolidating breakout, and you can make a similar case over here. So this is the most important level that you should have in mind, in my opinion. As long as that holds, I don't see any reason why you should be extremely bearish. What currently is happening is Bitcoin is just ranging. It is doing nothing else but just ranging. We saw this bounce from 200 daily EMA, and it kept retesting this zone at regular intervals. You can see in this trend, the red line, what we see is 200 daily EMA. It tested, made everyone bearish here, and then this was the bounce. Similarly, correction test. A lot of people got bearish at the bottom and bounce. Similarly, correction test. If this trend is likely to continue, then the bounce should follow in the coming few weeks or few months. So I think the invalidation is also very clear. The risk to reward ratio is also good. If for any reason Bitcoin loses this 109, 400, $500 region or 100K region, then there is a good amount of opportunity to even short the market, where the next likelihood scenario would be tagging this zone of 75 to 85K. So I don't see any reason to be bearish right now, at least at these levels. You can always be cautious. There is no reason to be over bullish. If you are overexposed, manage your expectations. But the trend is suggesting that the trend is no way affected by the recent correction, and the trend is still intact. So this is overall analysis for Bitcoin. I hope it made sense to you, and I hope it will help you in some ways. Thank you very much. Keep coming back for new videos. Take care. Bye.